I'm Dr. James Whitaker, and what if I told you that the biggest obstacle to achieving strong, reliable erections isn't your age, your hormones, or your stress levels, but something much simpler? What if it's the way you drink your water? The hidden connection between hydration and male performance. I know this sounds almost too simple to be true. We're constantly taught to focus on complex solutions, expensive supplements, or powerful medications. But the truth is that most men, especially as they get older, are unknowingly sabotaging their sexual performance with common hydration mistakes that nobody talks about. This isn't about simply drinking more water. This is about drinking water intelligently. In the next few minutes, you'll discover why how you drink is far more important than how much you drink. I'll share scientifically backed secrets to transform this simple liquid into one of the most powerful tools for your vitality and sexual health. These are the exact same principles that have helped thousands of men in my practice reclaim their confidence and performance. And they can absolutely do the same for you, regardless of your current age or health status. Understanding the hydraulic nature of erections. Before we explore the solutions, it's absolutely crucial to understand why proper hydration works so effectively. At its fundamental core, an erection is a hydraulic event. It's entirely about blood flow mechanics. Your body needs to pump a significant volume of blood into specific penile tissues and maintain that blood volume under pressure. Anything that interferes with this hydraulic process will directly impact the quality, strength, and reliability of your erections. This is where dehydration becomes your worst enemy, often without you even realizing it's happening. Even mild chronic dehydration, the kind you might not consciously feel, triggers a devastating cascade of negative physiological effects that destroys sexual performance from multiple angles simultaneously. The blood viscosity crisis. First, dehydration makes your blood significantly thicker and more viscous. Your blood is over 90% water, so when you're dehydrated, the plasma volume decreases dramatically, making your blood consistency change from free-flowing liquid to something resembling sludge. Think of it like trying to pump thick maple syrup through a narrow garden hose instead of water. Your heart has to work exponentially harder to push this thickened blood throughout your entire body, especially to the tiny capillaries that are absolutely essential for achieving and maintaining firm erections. Poor blood flow equals weak, unreliable erections. It's really that simple and that devastating to your sexual confidence and performance. The stress hormone disaster. Second, dehydration automatically triggers your body's primitive stress response system. When your body senses any water shortage, it immediately releases cortisol, your primary stress hormone, as an emergency survival mechanism. Cortisol and testosterone exist in an inverse relationship that functions like a biological seesaw. When cortisol levels spike upward, testosterone levels get pushed down proportionally. This hormonal imbalance doesn't just crush your natural libido and sexual desire, but also directly interferes with the complex physiological processes required for achieving strong erections. High cortisol literally blocks the hormonal pathways that create sexual arousal and erectile function, creating a vicious cycle where stress about performance creates more stress hormones, which further destroys performance. Survival mode versus performance mode. Finally, dehydration forces your body into primitive survival mode, where sexual function becomes completely expendable. Your body's primary evolutionary goal is keeping you alive, period. When it detects critically low levels of essential resources like water, it starts making harsh executive decisions about resource allocation. Your body will ruthlessly divert all available resources to essential survival functions like maintaining blood pressure, protecting vital organs, and basic metabolic processes. Functions it considers non-essential for immediate survival, like sexual response, libido, and even muscle building, get completely shut down. Your body is essentially declaring, we don't have enough resources to run all systems, so we're permanently shutting down the luxury departments until this crisis passes. Subscribe to the channel right now. If you're finding this information eye-opening, I share groundbreaking men's health secrets every week that could completely transform your sexual performance and overall vitality. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss crucial information that could restore your confidence. Why drinking more water isn't enough. You might be thinking, Dr. Whitaker, I already drink plenty of water throughout the day, but I'm still experiencing these erectile problems. That's because you're likely making one or more critical hydration mistakes that completely sabotage your body's ability to utilize the water you're consuming. Let's fix these problems right now with 8 scientifically proven secrets to optimal hydration that will revolutionize your sexual performance and overall health. Secret number 1, the sip don't gulp revolutionary rule. Most men wait until they feel thirsty and then chug an enormous glass of water, thinking they're solving their hydration problem. This approach is completely counterproductive. Your body can only absorb a limited amount of water at any given time. When you flood your system with large volumes, most of it passes directly through your kidneys and gets eliminated as waste within minutes. It's like pouring a bucket of water onto dry, compacted soil. Most of it just runs off the surface without penetrating. Instead, the goal is consistent sipping throughout the entire day. Small, steady sips allow your cells to actually absorb and utilize the water effectively, keeping your blood volume stable and your entire system properly hydrated at the cellular level. Secret number 2, drink proactively, not reactively. Thirst is an emergency alarm bell, your body's desperate way of telling you that you're already in a dehydrated state. The goal is to never allow that alarm to sound. Keep a water bottle with you constantly and develop the habit of taking several sips every 15 to 20 minutes, even when you don't feel thirsty. By staying ahead of thirst, you keep your body out of that stressful, dehydrated state that triggers all the performance-destroying mechanisms we discussed. Proactive hydration maintains optimal blood flow and hormonal balance continuously. Secret number 3, temperature matters more than you think. In our culture, we love ice-cold drinks, but consuming very cold water can actually be counterproductive for optimal absorption. Cold water can constrict blood vessels in your digestive system, temporarily slowing down the absorption process and shocking your system. Room temperature or slightly cool water is much easier for your body to process and absorb efficiently without causing vascular constriction or metabolic stress. This simple temperature adjustment can dramatically improve hydration effectiveness. Secret number 4, the seated sipping technique. This might sound unusual, but your physical posture directly affects your nervous system and physiological state. When you're standing or walking, your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response, remains more active and alert. When you sit down and consciously relax, your parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, takes over control. Drinking water while seated helps signal to your body that it's in an optimal state to absorb and process nutrients and fluids most effectively. Secret number 5, the pre-meal hydration window. Many people drink large glasses of water during meals, thinking it aids digestion. In reality, this practice can significantly dilute your stomach acid and digestive enzymes, making it much harder for your body to break down food and absorb essential nutrients. The optimal strategy is to hydrate approximately 30 minutes before eating, then wait at least an hour after your meal before consuming significant amounts of water again. This timing optimization maximizes both hydration and nutrient absorption. Secret number 6, understanding the diuretic deception. Drinks like coffee, caffeinated teas, and alcohol are powerful diuretics, meaning they force your kidneys to eliminate more water than the liquid itself provides to your system. That morning cup of coffee or evening glass of wine doesn't count toward your hydration goals. In fact, these beverages create a net water deficit that you must compensate. For every cup of coffee you consume, consider adding an extra full glass of water to your daily total to offset the diuretic effect. Leave a comment below and tell me which hydration mistake you've been making that's probably affecting your performance. I read every comment and often provide personalized advice. Also, share what country you're watching from. I love connecting with men worldwide who are serious about improving their health. Secret number 7, the morning electrolyte kickstart. When you wake up, you're naturally dehydrated from going 6 to 8 hours without any water intake. Your first glass of the day can be made exponentially more effective with one simple ingredient that most men never consider. Add just a tiny pinch of natural sea salt or Himalayan pink salt to your morning water. This isn't about making your water taste salty. You want just enough to add trace minerals, especially sodium, which acts as an electrolyte. These electrolytes help transport water from your digestive tract directly into your cells, hydrating you on a much deeper cellular level than plain water alone could ever achieve. This single modification can dramatically improve your morning energy and mental clarity. Secret number 8, the nitric oxide breathing boost. This is a powerful 7-second technique you can perform right after consuming your morning electrolyte water. Nitric oxide is a crucial molecule your body produces that acts as a potent vasodilator, meaning it relaxes and opens up your blood vessels throughout your entire circulatory system. Nitric oxide is absolutely critical for achieving strong erections because it controls the blood vessel dilation that allows maximum blood flow into penile tissues. Deep, slow nasal breathing is one of the most effective ways to stimulate natural nitric oxide production. Here's the exact technique. Breathe in deeply and slowly through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 4. Then exhale even more slowly through your nose for a count of 6 to 8. Perform just 4 to 5 of these deep, intentional breaths. This simple breathing exercise can dramatically boost your nitric oxide levels, relax your entire vascular system, and set the foundation for superior blood flow throughout your entire day. Let me share how these principles work in real-world application. I had a patient named Robert, a retired airline pilot in his late 60s. He was physically active, ate reasonably well, but came to me completely frustrated, saying he just didn't have the same vitality and performance he remembered from his younger years. He felt that aging had simply caught up with him, and there was nothing he could do about it. We examined his daily habits and discovered he was making several critical hydration mistakes that were destroying his performance. Robert would start every day with coffee, chug ice-cold water only when he felt parched, and have wine with dinner. Most nights, his hydration was completely reactive rather than proactive, and he was unknowingly sabotaging his body's hydraulic systems. Once he implemented these scientifically proven strategies, room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt every morning, consistent sipping throughout the day, and the nitric oxide breathing technique, the transformation was absolutely remarkable. Within just 2 weeks, Robert reported that it felt like someone had flipped a switch in his body. His energy became much more stable throughout the day. His mental clarity improved dramatically, and most importantly for his confidence, the sexual vitality he thought was permanently lost began returning. To summarize everything we've covered, true hydration isn't a simple task you check off your daily list. It's an ongoing practice that requires consistency, intelligence, and respect for your body's natural systems. Focus on sipping consistently throughout the day rather than chugging large volumes. Drink proactively before you feel thirsty. Pay careful attention to timing, temperature, and electrolyte balance. These aren't complicated medical procedures requiring expensive equipment. They're fundamental principles of human physiology that anyone can implement immediately. True vitality and sexual performance isn't about fighting a losing battle against aging. It's about working intelligently with your body's existing systems, providing the essential tools and resources it needs to function at optimal levels, regardless of your age. Remember that proper hydration supports every aspect of male health: cardiovascular function, hormonal balance, mental clarity, physical energy, and yes, sexual performance. When you optimize your hydration, you're laying the foundation for improvements in all these areas simultaneously. Your body is an integrated system where every component affects every other component. By mastering hydration, you're taking control of one of the most fundamental aspects of health that impacts everything else. If you found this information valuable and potentially life-changing, hit the like button so I know to create more content exactly like this. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next video, we'll explore the specific foods that naturally support these same circulatory and hormonal systems. I'm Dr. James Whitaker, And I want to hear from you. What's the one hydration mistake you realize you've been making that might be affecting your performance? Share it in the comments below. Your experience might help another man who's struggling with similar issues. Remember, small changes in fundamental habits can create massive improvements in your quality of life. Your best years don't have to be behind you. They can be ahead of you when you give your body what it needs to thrive.